Hi, and nice to meet you all. My name is Phil Cramer. I'm the visual effects supervisor from Digital Domain for Fantastic Four First Steps. We're going to show you a little bit how we did this movie and give you behind the scenes.
Hi, I'm Alison Luong. I was the digital producer at Digital Domain on Fantastic Four First Steps.
Here at Digital Domain, we had the opportunity to work on some of the key characters on Fantastic Four. For us, the main work was around the Thing and Baby Franklin. And then we also worked heavily on Herbie, got to daddle a little bit with Sue's powers and also some of Johnny's flame. With the Thing, we had a really good opportunity to be early on involved in the design process and in the decision, what do we need to get on set to make sure that, the Thing will actually match the actor and make our life easy. So we helped evaluate what mocap we would use, face cap, body mocap. And so this was really helpful to get so early in on that. And they tasked us with making a lot of these decisions, like what fax we would capture for him. Fax is the facial action coding system. It's something we do for the face to train our system and to model the characters. Yeah, and this helped a lot, like for us to be closely tied to the filmmakers and to work with them, establish how does he move, what weights is the actor going to work, and then also trying ways to make sure that the actor Ebon Mosbarach, that you would see him actually come through the Rocky character, even though they don't look really exactly like one another. Like we made sure that you would feel him come through there. To explain a little bit how we helped make the things and laid out the foundation for it. So we ended up using a motion capture, which is a sort of to capture all the information of the body, how the actor is going to move. And this is very, very important for us to get a good understanding of all the acting choices the actor takes. And this is what our animators start with. And so for that, we used, it's called an accent suit. And this is sort of a suit that, it lets you really accurately capture the body information. And then we pair that with a helmet-mounted camera. We call this an HMC. And this is sort of a little camera that lives right in front of the head, normally two cameras. And we get to see all the facial performances from the actor. And this is something a bit, difficult to get used to. So on the example of Fantastic Four, I went out to London. I met with Ebon, the main actor who plays the Thing, and we walked through that, made him familiar with this process, and that he feels really comfortable and understands what to focus on. And my advice normally is to just focus only on the acting, forget about all the technology we're providing. We will make sure later that it will translate. What we want the actor to do is bring the spark and the magic of acting to the character, and that we get a really nice performance out of it, while we're focusing on getting all this information. And then we process this with our tools, and then we have our animators and our more artistic side people getting involved, and they then try to make sure that the performance actually translate onto this completely different face of the Thing. How many shots did we have, Alison? There were quite a lot of Thing shots, no?
260 shots of the Thing.
Awesome. Yeah, and he was dealing with, I feel like he didn't want to be a rock character, meaning he was always wearing different costumes to sort of hide like his appearance. He would wear hats and would have always like these very baggy clothes on, so that nobody noticed that he is made out of rocks. I mean, we had also there a ton of different costumes. I think we made like 10 or something like that.
Yeah, around that, we had a number of costumes that we made, and then some that were made by the other vendors, and we all shared all the costumes. We called it Thing's Closet because he had such an extensive wardrobe. But to Phil's point, it did seem to lend to that character wanting to present himself as more human despite his rocky exterior.
Alison, what's your favorite costume on him?
The one I see the most in public is 19, which is him in the blue sweatshirt, crew neck sweatshirt. So I find that the most memorable. But I
That's
also enjoy Thing pajamas.
Yeah, I like the stink pajamas a lot, and because that was in my favorite shot or sequence of shots, in this where he's shaving. I think it's thought it was a hilarious idea that he uses sort of a grinder to shave his face with rather than a razor blade. And anyway, I think these are wonderful looking shots because it's so odd, and he has a good costume to go with it too.